Good afternoon, everyone. This is Maria.
This is Tim.
Today is Monday, April the 9th, 2018. Welcome to our daily recap.
Maria, before we get started, go ahead and give us those crazy closing numbers.
Sure, the Dow was up 46 points, closed at 23,979. NASDAQ was up 35 points, closed at 6950. And the S&P was up 8 points and closed at 2613.
Maria, at the end of the day, we got a nice upgrade on NVDA. Let's go ahead
NVIDIA,
and have a look at that.
absolutely. Sure, let me grab the chart real quick. Get that pulled up. Moved really nicely after hours. Currently at 219.75. That was a Morgan Stanley upgrade. They upgraded to overweight on gaming data center. They said that they see gaming strength offsetting crypto weakness in the near term, while progress in data center expands the company's long-term opportunities. He maintained his 258 price target.
Nice. We need that. You're swinging that too, right?
Yep, I do have calls on it. I actually picked up some 225s for next week as well. Today, actually, right before the close, I picked those up. So nice upgrade. My calls should
Nice
be
upgrade.
happy.
Yep. MU, we're still holding.
MU, we are still holding. I know MU is back under 50. Let's get the 5 day. Here's the 5 day. Opened up really strong, kind of got hit by the market when it rolled over, but it's close enough to 50 that I'm still in. I have until May on those, so I am still holding.
And another one we are still holding, Intel, INTC.
Intel actually had a gorgeous day. Like half the day was pretty like I think it was around 12:30 or so is when it started to take that dip. And then obviously with the rest of the market, those we are still in those as well.
Well, the whole market kind of got weird today. One of the things that we talked about in the room all day is what is the Chinese president going to say? What is he going to say? Will Trump respond? Trump respond? And then, of course, we had the CBO come out later in the day, and then Robert Mueller's office going into Trump's attorney's office and rating that. So just a lot of uncertainty at the end of the day. But anyway, we'll trade what we get. MRK had some news. We got out of those last week. Got out green. There was a lot of flow into it, and I guess there's some new flow into it. And they had news, right?
They did. Let me get that pulled up. It was Keytruda news. It was a trial evaluating Keytruda. So here was the headline: Phase 3 Keynote 042 trial met primary endpoints of overall survival. So definitely some good news. That particular drug has done a lot for a lot of people. I like seeing that move on Merck. Kind of wish we still had those calls, but we got out of them green, so I can't complain. Definitely a nice move there.
And won't give his name, but we have a member whose life was saved. He had 3 months to live over Keytruda, so that is a hell of a drug.
Yep.
Etsy, you're still holding Etsy. It got an upgrade.
After hours, yeah, there was a little bit of movement on it after hours as well. Not much volume, really light volume. That was initiated at a buy. So Loop Capital started them at a buy with a $32 price target. They expect the company's momentum to continue, saying the new management team hasn't even hit its 1 year mark as of yet. She sees upside to her mid guidance estimate of 22% sales growth in 2018. So Etsy, we talked last week about it when I bought those really small lots coming in. I still like it. So I am still in those, and we will see what it does tomorrow.
Visa, another one that we talk about all the time. In that 116, 117 range, you're just supposed to shut your eyes and buy it. And I guess Friday gave a lot of people that opportunity as well. Did go back over 120 today. I don't know how that one closed. Probably didn't hold all those gains.
It didn't. It closed at
But
118.79.
still a great swing trade. 116s is the ultimate range to get it, but Visa, keep your eye on Visa. If we do get a dip tomorrow, we will buy that. AA, you were swinging that one,
I
and you
was.
killed it.
So I completely forgot that I was even holding these. I didn't remember till this morning when I opened up my app and saw it there. That ended up being this one. It says 230%. By the time I got out, it was about 210-ish percent. So really nice swing for me. I did sell those. I am completely out.
Nice. Another one today that got some more unusual activity. You had bought COP last week over unusual activity, sold it really nice profit on that, and then the activity started back up again today.
It did.
COP.
It did. There was some call, or there was more call buyers, if I remember correctly. Let me see. Yeah, in the money call buyers. And this was earlier this morning. And actually a decent close. I'm happy with that close, actually. I'm really happy with that close. I'm not in it at the currently. I sold those contracts on Friday. I bought some more this morning and I ended up scalping them. I'm not swinging them.
And another one we've seen some unusual activity in today was SHOP, SHOP.
Shop. Now, and here's the thing is I really like Shop longer term overall. The call volume was above normal and directionally bullish. So this came out at like 12:05 and then obviously everything started to roll over shortly thereafter. However, there were 1,978 calls trading, 1.2 times expected, and implied volatility increasing almost 2 points. So we like that reverse decay. And put call ratio 0.47. Earnings are expected on May 2nd.
Keep an eye on SHOP for sure. Microsoft, we're still in Microsoft, and was actually doing pretty good before the market started, deciding to turn back around.
Yeah, it hit a high at 93.17. That's a 5-day high. So definitely, I was actually watching for it to break Thursday's high, which it did. It popped through it. So we actually do still have calls in Microsoft, and we are holding them.
We are Microsoft bulls. There's actually some 100s coming through today too
There
that I
were
had seen on
above
the
the
scanner as
ask.
well.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
actually
let's go
pull
ahead
those
and
up
pull
real
those.
quick.
Yeah, let's pull those up.
Those ones were right here. If you guys can see my little cursor hand thingy. Above the ask, they hit the 100s. That was at 132. I'm sorry, 232 Eastern. Later on in the day, they hit the 93s for this week above the ask. Small sweep, but still above the ask. Those 100s are for June.
I like that there's not a lot of puts in there. I mean, that's mainly calls.
Yeah.
Let's say 1, 2, 3, just six out of 25 or 30. So mainly
Yeah.
calls in Microsoft still, which is good. UUP had a lot of unusual flow as well. UUP.
Yes, it did. Let me go over here so we can kind of see it. This one did have a lot of flow. Those started coming in. I don't know why I went off of that page actually. Here we go. So a lot of sweeps. And actually I picked up a couple contracts. I don't really trade this one often, but I know I picked up just a couple just to see how it went. I think there was a couple other people in the room that also did pick this up. And let's see. It was so here is the thing. In the money call buyers and power shares bullish dollar fund weekly options. So this ETF is heavily weighted towards the Euro USD pair. It was down moderately over the past 2 days, but up 1.1% in the past 2 weeks.
Here's another one, WWE. I guess you're in this one, according to my
I
notes. You had sold it and bought it again. I thought this was a weird one for you.
So I did. I sold it early this morning, like within the first half hour, I believe I sold those. And I saw something that came through on our news feed that said that they were doing a conference call. So I actually picked those up. I was red on them before it spiked. I probably picked them up right around here. So it definitely, there definitely was some good info that came out on them. Let me see if I can find it just to give you an idea. So they released WrestleMania viewer data, and it looks like they see an 8% increase in Q2 network subscribers. There was a lot of good info that came out. So I am swinging some of them, but I plan on selling those tomorrow morning.
One that came out this morning had good news. Boeing, $12 billion contract, if memory serves me correctly. And, with tariff talks, at least not anything over the weekend or today early, I really thought Boeing was going to run. I actually bought it this morning. I lost on it. I lost about 200 right off the bat. It was a quick trade. It did not continue. But Boeing, I think you may have actually been on the opposite side of that one than I was and been short.
I did. I shorted it at the end of the day after it consolidated. Let me pull this up. Actually, it was probably down here when I shorted it. So I played it short, caught a quick scalp on it. I covered before the close.
And AVGO bought on Friday. Is that right?
AVGO is another one that I forgot I had. AVGO, I sold those at a good spot actually. I got out of those probably around noon or so, and those were really green. It was about a 70% trade, 70 to 80% trade. Really nice movement. There was actually more flow in AVGO today. Only one on the bid. That was one small block. The rest of these came in on the ask. April 20th, and this week's we have 250s and 237.50s and 252.50s. All really small sweeps, but those contracts did move.
No puts, which
No puts.
is interesting as well. So Maria, also let's look at Tesla. That one was a crazy ride today. I actually almost bought that one this morning. I came really close. I know Van Rip and you and a couple other people were actually short. That one had a recall, and I mean, it looked like it was going to rock, but then just kept getting lower, lower, lower.
Yeah, it
Pull up the chart
definitely
on that one.
did. Here's the chart on it. We did actually there were a couple of us that did catch a really small scalp on the long side. I tried it twice long and got burned on one, made it up on the short. Definitely made it up on the short. And here's that recall. So they are recalling 8,898 vehicles. These are Model S sedans produced before April 2016. So this is in an effort to replace bolts in the power steering component.
And another one, this one has earnings next Monday, Netflix. So this will come out Monday after the bell. I really thought this was going to, crack 300 today. I didn't play it, but, the market, I think, just didn't get very cooperative after lunch. It was really doing well. Close, basically low of day. I guess it is low of day. It's not basically, but still above
So
Friday's low.
yeah, and it's it is above Friday's low. I think it should run a little bit before ER. I really thought it was going to go for 300 today too. It rejected it. Definitely rejected that 300. Let me extend that. So, it held above or closed above Friday's low and just basically got hit by the market, just like you said.
Yeah, let's keep our eye on that one. That one will be fun after ER regardless. But it's, I wasn't expecting all-time highs on Netflix, and I know the market's not being really cooperative right now, but I really, really think we'll see this over 300 before ER, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. You had a good Q trade. I've seen that one. I actually had a good Q trade as well. I was in that for a couple hours actually.
You
You
were
did
able to
really well
catch
on it.
that long and short. So definitely had plenty of range to just kind of sit in it too once you were in.
Yeah, I
So
didn't play the short side on this one actually. Glad you did. I did not. I actually played the long side. Was tired from my trip. I just didn't really trade much after lunch. But good job on the Qs. Where's this at on a 5-day chart?
5 days we are at. So here's where we are. It actually had a line. It came kind of close, I believe, in after hours. Let's see. So on the 5 day, it bounced above it, kind of after hours, but really just got hit with news, I think. I think if that news had not come out, chances are that we probably would have tried at least to go for that 161 or above it.
When it cracked 160 today, it just started getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and then
Yeah.
as the CBO and everything come out, then everything started turning. So I mean, hey, I know Van Rip and a few more, you and a few more in the room was shorting Facebook and a few other things. So, and Boeing. So, congrats on that. So yeah, just playing it whichever way it goes. I don't really have a lot of other stuff. Meet, low float, MEET. That one. What kind of news did they have?
So here's the chart on meat. Really nice pop this morning. There was some news. Let me look and see. So let's see. They announced the rollout of tagged live stream on a shared video platform. So this was the news today. Really nice pop. I was actually kind of impressed with the way it held those gains. So I'm going to keep an eye on it.
Somebody sent me, and I have not heard of this company, RAS, but somebody texted and said, will y'all look at RAS?
I think this is a sub-dollar one, but actually a really nice move today. Up 40% on the day. Actually hit a high in after hours of 27 or 0.277. I looked for news on this one. I didn't see any. I like the extra volume that came in on it. If we go out a little bit further, so here's your 3 month on it. So there's potential resistance coming up, probably close to 29, maybe a little bit lower.
Maria, also somebody had sent me a text about PTN. I'm sorry, I said text, a direct message about PTN, and for us to look at that, and it has a very pretty chart.
It does. The last 5 days is very, very nice. Here's the news on it. HC Wainwright started them at a buy with a $5 price target. The analyst said that he believes the drug's checked boxes and projected catalysts are not reflected in the current share price. Sure, let's look. So here's the year on it. Not bad. Not bad at
That's
all.
actually pretty impressive. That's
Yeah, it
actually
is.
very impressive.
Yes, it
So
is.
we're at 52-week highs now, then obviously. So wow. Where's the pull up a? Let's go a 2 year on this thing. This is intriguing.
I can give you a 3 year. Here's the 3 year.
Yeah, that's
So
what I meant.
dollar
Sorry.
58. $1.58 is your resistance on a 3 year.
This is looking pretty nice. This is
Yeah.
very interesting stock. I'm glad I got that DM about this. This just made the radar. A couple more NKTR. That one was a really really nice alert today. I mean, just solid alert.
Yes, it was. Let me go to a 5 day. So here's a 5 day on Friday. Nice double bottom and nice move today. There was news with it. Let me get that pulled up. HC Wainwright said that their data is more robust than Insight. So here is the information that's associated with that report. It definitely made a nice move. I completely missed it. I like playing this one, and I completely missed it.
I'm impressed that HC Wainwright talked about a stock that was over $5.
I know, right?
AVEO. Let's look at AVEO real quick as well. And
So
somebody
remember we
asked me
had that
earlier
flow?
today. Yep,
Remember we were seeing flow on AVEO? So here's the
I sure
daily.
do.
It looks like it hit resistance up here, kind of sold off, but I like where it held. I
Yeah,
actually
that
like where it held.
we actually talked about that flow for a couple of days because it was just unusual to see it in this stock. Somebody asked me today, what the lack of low float runners was today. And just a general rule of thumb, and I've been doing this forever, generally you'll get the colder it is outside, the hotter low floats are. The warmer it is outside, the colder low floats are. Now, this is springtime. I mean, I'm not saying they're done, and they're never done. You always have some pop up here and there, but it's not like you have that week where there's just 20, right? And hopefully we will because we got a lot of low float players, but we'll see. So yeah, it just wasn't a ton out there today. And there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, I can't make them run, but we do get asked that question a lot. AYTU, Maria, let's look at that one real quick.
Sure. Here's AYTU. On Friday, it actually hit a high of 61. It kind of sold off towards the end of the day. This morning, I like this upward trend. So I like that it closed at high a day. I'm looking 5 days back. I want to see it above that 0.637 number. And it's close. So just watching for continuation on this one.
I agree. Is there any ERs coming out tomorrow? I don't have that list.
Let's look and see. I don't think there was too many that are coming out until a little bit later in the week. So tomorrow we have MSM. MSM is the one that I'm watching. That's pre-market. So here's the chart on MSM. I like this one. I'll watch it if it decides to. Actually, let me pull up a year on it. So it could make a move on ER. It looks like there's been occasions where it's gone up, where it's made larger moves on ER. So we'll keep an eye on it, see how the report comes out, and see which way it goes. And if it's playable, we may try to we may try to play it.
Maria, hit the ratings tab for us. There's a few
Sure.
on there I wanted to hit real quick that I thought would be interesting for tomorrow. We talked about Etsy. We talked about NVIDIA.
SCX actually had a good upgrade. They had a nice upgrade. So
SCX
this
is one
was
of them I wanted to talk about. Yeah,
the
outperformed.
Seagate. Yep. Morgan Stanley upgraded on underappreciated data error opportunity.
Yeah, so let's keep an eye on STX.
Oh, wow. Did you see
Um,
that? She raised her price target to 72 from 51. Nice. Really nice.
Pretty nice one there. Goldman Sachs initiated with outperform at Bernstein as well. $300 price target on Goldman. Let's see there. And also initiated Morgan Stanley with an underperform. So interesting. So let's see. Yeah, Seagate, NVIDIA upgraded to
There's the
overweight.
Goldman.
Bernstein went over. They gave Ameritrade an outperform, and they also gave E-Trade an outperform. So Bernstein is on a little tear today. LPL Financial. I'm not even sure what that is. They gave them
I
an
think
outperform.
CBOE was a market perform, NASDAQ market perform. QD was initiated at a hold at Deutsche.
ICE got an outperform as well. Anyway, I just thought those were kind of interesting, especially Seagate and Goldman. That really,
Yeah, absolutely.
well, there's
And
Delic.
NVIDIA.
Yeah, NVIDIA, which we talked about. Credit Suisse just gave Delic an outperform as well.
Very nice,
So,
$47 price target.
hmm these are things I like to go over at the end of the day, because you just never know which one of these. Seagate will probably see something out of that tomorrow. I would expect Seagate to probably get a little something out of it. Anything on the after-hour scanner?
Let's look and see. I saw Watt on there earlier. So Watt, let me get it pulled up so you can see what it looks like. It was moving, when I saw it, it was moving nicely. I'm not sure what it's doing right now.
Wow, pay up 51%. Am I
Yep,
seeing this
pay
right?
is up. Yes, you saw that correctly. Let me look at Watt real quick, get the news on that. So there was news on Watt that came out, up 26% after FCC certification of Watt Up Near Field Transmitter. Very nice. Congratulations, Longs.
Very
That
nice.
should move nicely. And then let's look at pay. Let me get it pulled up on the chart. Wow, that's a nice move. 49% after
Yep.
hours following acquisition announcement. Okay. So I had heard some chatter about this, like, I want to say a week or so ago. And I saw a little bit of flow come in on it and I ignored it. Verifone to be acquired by Francisco Partners for 23.04 a share for $3.4 billion.
Let's pull up the flow on this actually.
Yeah. So here is flow. So I saw for 4, there were calls that came in on the ask. For 3, there were calls. For 2, a lot of calls on the ask. Before that, it was puts, but in the month of April, at least, that call flow started coming in April 2nd.
And a lot of those puts are on the bid.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, congrats, pay. Maria, that's all I've got.
The only other thing that I had was on Facebook. Guys, Zuck is going before to testify or appear tomorrow. I know that his testimony is already out. It's already been released. However, tomorrow is the official day for that. So just want to keep an eye on for movement. Kind of broke down after hours. Wonder if the Qs did that too. Nope, just Facebook. Have you seen any news on it?
I have not.
This is the last piece of news that I have. Time for facts, not conjecture, says Cambridge Analytica chief. Not sure if that had an effect. I will look into that a little bit further and see what's going on with it. But Facebook, I just wanted to
Is
give everyone a reminder just in case there's a move tomorrow. Just keep an eye on it.
is that tomorrow that he goes on the hill, or is that Wednesday?
I thought it was tomorrow and Wednesday. Let's double check. So, yes, on the 10th, he appears at a joint Senate Judiciary Committee, Senate Commerce, Science, and Transportation hearing. And on the 11th, he is at the House Energy and Commerce Committee. So keep an eye on Facebook over the next couple of days.
Very cool. Well, Maria, that's all I had. I don't know about you.
And that's all I had. Guys, thank you for joining us tonight. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. If you have questions, make sure that you hit us up. You're more than welcome to comment or to put it in the comments below. If there are tickers you want us to talk about or look at, please put those in the comments. If there are certain topics that you'd like us to cover, you can also put those in the comments. Other than that, have a great night. We will see you tomorrow. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.